Good morning, my friends. I'm Diane, and welcome. I want to make sure that we have sound here, so there we do. So thanks for stopping by. We're working on our Alice in Wonderland journal again. I'm starting a little early today. I had some mechanical difficulties with my garage door yesterday and had to reschedule my haircut, and my stylist was gracious enough to get me in today. So the only way to get everything done that has to get done today is by starting a little bit earlier. So, and yes, I'm still on my first cup of coffee even. I've been busy. Welcome. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to get started today with, I think I found all the pages to create the signatures that we need. And I did get my cover all sewn together. So we have this nice crinkly, that if you remember from last week, oh, and I should probably link that video under here, huh? Still learning some of the little do's and don'ts. This was an Amazon package that I covered and then sewed around, and we have a nice little crinkly cover. I broke the papers into 3 signatures because I think that that will give us a little bit more playroom to add pockets and tucks, things like that, without allowing it to get too thick. So I think each signature has about 12 to 14 pages. And I'm doing that because some of these are on heavier cardstock. Most of the stuff that I print currently anyway is on parchment paper. I don't know if that'll be the case going forward depending on supply and demand. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. But I do a lot of it on parchment. But like this page is on, it's not heavy cardstock, but it's a little bit thicker. And am I frozen again? No, thank goodness. I was going to say I didn't change any settings, so we should be fine. And I might do some of this today in 2 parts. I might get this going today, and then if I can get all my errands run and stuff this morning, I might do another little pickup this afternoon. So we'll count the pages as we're going through just to see what's in the signatures. So we have chapter 1, 1, 2. Oh, this little guy I was going to put here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have 12 pages in the first one. I should jot that down, huh? I'm not going to count the little bag. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 11 in the second one. And we may put an envelope or something in here just to make this be a little bit more sturdy. And the third one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, look at that. We have 12, 11, and 13. Okay. Not that they have to be equal, of course. Now, the reason we're not stitching these into the cover right away is because, as you saw, there are several pages that are white. And I think that it may be easier to decorate those if they're not in the cloth journal. For example, this very first page, that would be a little bit hard for us to try to do anything with. And while these were all sewn in there, and I would have to worry about getting something on my cover unless I put down drop sheets underneath. So I'm going to set the cover aside now. I also worked on all the little die cuts and got them all put together. What I was calling, I thought these were like little paper dolls, but when you go onto the Etsy store, if you want to get these are actually puppets. It says they're called puppets. They're a little funky looking, a little weird, but you know, as you saw, I already thought our rabbit would be good on this little pocket because that was a very white page. So I'm sure we'll use these. They're a little abstracty to me. And then these were the other little pieces that were on that download. Yeah, I can talk. So I got those all cut out too. I love the cat. We'll probably use those on the cards and the drink me, and we'll see. So these are ready to go. Out of the way because I think we're starting with some paint right off the bat. Let's get that first page out. That was very white. Oh, and I meant to grab, I think acrylic paint will probably work the best on this. Only because I don't want it to take forever to dry. Let's see, it's a deeper red. Let's get this started. So I have a couple of reds, one brighter, one deeper. And what I'm going to do, I've seen this technique on Shinuki art. I love it. I really have wanted to try this since I saw her do it. And so now is my chance. And what we're going to do is add a little bit of color to the white page and then use some texture paste and add a little bit of stencil over it, not covering the whole page, but just getting some texture on there. I've also watched where she adds the texture paste and then uses some watercolor or ink and water. Oh, the zipper on my little stencil bag is stuck again. And so we have hearts. And then drips some of the water through the ink, drips the inky watery ink through the texture paste, and it makes a really nice design. This is always a favorite. And let me see if I can find my clock one, because when we get to that area, if we need to add anything in the background by the hair, my clock, a better clock. Yeah. I thought we'd be able to stencil the clocks around him. So we have to start first by adding a little bit of color to the paper. And I kind of like the deeper red, and I'm hoping that my texture paste is not hard inside. I've been using it, we'll see. And I'm only using a tiny bit, so I didn't even get out a brush. I just thought that I do have a brush, but I'd rather just use my finger and put the color right onto the page. Ooh, this is dark. Might have to, well, we're going to put that texture paste over it, and so that's going to tone it down a lot, hopefully. Maybe I would have been better off with a brush. I don't know. Maybe it'll be more even. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're fine here. We have had some family members test positive, but have been lucky enough that everyone's symptoms have been moderate, thank God, and we will continue to pray that nobody gets worse. And now with our new variant virus, who knows, right? Pray that we all stay healthy. Alright, now let's add some of this texture paste to this. See, that dried really quick by putting it on thin. That's good. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Oh good, it's not hard. I know I used this not too long ago on oh, look at that. We're in the rabbit section already anyway. So do I want, well, let's do this because I've already started. I used this on some Christmas projects for some snowflakes. So yay, I like that. Pretty. So this just gives us a little bit of color and texture to a page that would have just been normally white. I'm just going to use a baby wipe and clean my stencil off here quickly so that it doesn't turn into a little briquette. I had taken out, I have a jar of modeling paste, and I don't really know that I've even used that because I was afraid if my texture paste was all dried up, we were going to give that modeling paste a go and see what it did. Alright, mess cleaned up. Now we need to look at some of our pages, our scraps from our pages, and see how we can layer some of those. Let's see. if I take my little other ruler downstairs, maybe. And we're just going to layer some of these pages up, some of these paper designs. And then maybe add a little bit of a focal point. So what's everybody working on now? We're into yucky January, where I saw on Facebook somebody had posted one of those little cartoony looking things, and it just said January is one long Monday. This is what it does feel like. Can't really go do anything outside yet at all. Unless, of course, you're in one of those poor states that got bombarded with all the snow, and then, unfortunately, you're probably out there shoveling. We have had, I am in western Pennsylvania, and we have had bitter, bitter cold. But not much snow. A little bit of snow, nothing major, though. I mean, hubby brought the leaf blower up the other day because when it drifts onto our front porch, I just take the leaf blower and get it off the porch so that when I put the dogs outside, they can move around without slipping. And that's all we've had, really. It's just that light little dusting of snow that was easily just blown off of the porch. Yeah, nothing, really. I have no idea what I want to put on this page. Can you tell? I don't want to use the tags because we're going to use those as we make pockets. Ooh, that would be pretty on the edge of the page. I know what we could add. I also worked on a couple of little things over here. Searched all over for red tissue paper and couldn't find any. And I pulled out a box to do something the other day, and a piece of red paper fell. I was like, oh, yay, finally, that's what I wanted. Yes, that's better. Is this dry? Yes, it is. See, with me piddle-potting around here and taking forever, what kind of glue should I use on that? Probably, oh good, it's not too bumpy. That was the other thing. I didn't want to glue or sew my signatures in because I wasn't sure when we did some of this stuff what it would do to the back side of the page. You know, if I had to cover up some wrinkling and gluing marks and things like that, I was afraid it was going to really be hard if everything was glued down or sewn in. Gluing down, so of course that's what I'm talking about, right? I like that side better with all the words. This was just a piece of scrap paper I found in my little tray of remnants. Yeah, so I went out hubby had to do some traveling, and the night before he left, our garage door wouldn't close. So he went out and worked on it and was able to get it to close up nice. And I told him I had a hair appointment the next day. I said, should I go pull my car out in case there's a problem with that in the morning? He said, no, it'll be fine. I'll go out and try to cut again before we go to bed and make sure it's working. And he did, and it worked, several times. And so he got up in the morning and left to start his little journey. And I got up and got ready and went out to go to my appointment, and the garage door went up fine, and I pulled my car out and tried to close the garage door. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. But yes, 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 yes. It was broken again. So I fidgeted with it for quite a while, and finally, I had to call the girl and tell her I can't get my garage door to work. And I really couldn't just leave it open like that. The tractor's there, and I don't even know. But, so she was a sweetie and told me just to come today. And then I had to get a hold of my son and ask him if, on his way home from work, could he stop and help me get the garage door pulled down, because I was trying to pull the manual lever to make it close, and it just was not working. So he said, yeah, he'd stop at lunchtime. And he did, and it took both of us. Even when my hubby called later and he said, oh, no, it's easy to pull down. I said, no, really. It took both of us. One of us had to be pulling the handle down, and the other one had to be closing the garage door. That's it. That's the only way we can get it. And I don't know. He must have thought I was just being a girl. And then later he said, yeah, I was talking to him, and he said that he couldn't get that down the way it was supposed to go. I was like, well, see, it wasn't just me. Thank goodness. So we have a little page there, and we have our bunny. This guy, I thought, this was a piece of brown paper bag that I had made that one journal cover with. And I just cut off a section because I still have some of it left, actually. Some of this. But I love the colors in it. So I just cut a section off and glued the sides together. And then I used these little scalloped scissors and cut my top. And I thought we could add the hair here. I keep forgetting to put the top in my glue. I'm not going to be doing anything. So I don't know, how do you do your journals? Do you go through and add all of your pockets and stuff while you're doing it? Or do you go and sew your signatures in and then go back and, I guess I do a mixture. Sometimes when I'm making something, I just think, oh, that's exactly where I want that to go. So I'll add it in. And I thought that if we just glue this on the sides and the bottom, which I'm not going to do yet, then we would have room for two tags. And, oh, why am I getting texts now? Oh, let me check this real quick and see if my appointment has changed now. Oh no, it's fine. Okay. was going to say maybe I'm not, maybe we have all day to play on this. Okay, so we're going to put him here, and then this will just make for some nice little, we may go back and collage on that a little bit, add a little something or other. Okay. This is dark, so obviously we have to add something to these pages because we can't really write on either one of them. And so, this is sort of my template for one thing. I don't know if I want to put it. These were one of Rachel's weekly challenges where she made little book page pockets with vellum. And I have one of those over in my idea book too because I really like them, but I don't know if this is where I want to put these. Let's see, we have, these were some papers I pulled out of a little, one of those little, well obviously it's not 6x6, but just cardstock booklets for making crafts. Picked out some that I thought would work good in here. Have some pattern paper. Oh, that was when we get to doing our journaling cards. I'm going to use this on a note card. But I suppose we can also, oh, look at that. Oh, cool paper. I digress again. Terrible. I also have some, let me grab a piece of this notebook paper. Maybe we can just add a journaling page on it. Let's see, some of this is already I don't think I see any lined paper that's already stained. Tea stained or coffee stained. So, this is just naturally old. I think I like a little composition book page better. So let's just tear this down to fit on here so that we have some writing space. I guess I do need my large ruler. That's never gonna work, is it? Not really. And I think I'll take a little bit off of the bottom just so we can see the paper behind it. Lovely. I don't have enough room. Go figure. It's just, we can use either glue stick or two-sided tape, which I think I'm going to do on this one because this is going to be a page for writing. So I do kind of want it to just lay flat and not have any glue marks. Coming through the other side. Oh my, it's being difficult. I have a lot to do for this journal, so I will probably continue working on this, not always on screen, but I'll always follow up and let you know anything that I've done in the journal, so that you're caught up with where we're at. And I had those little teeny tiny cards. Now I don't know where I put all of those little paper pieces that I cut out. I think I'll put a little card up here. Or the little, there they are. Let's see, we have tea time. Can't read that teeny tiny writing on there. I was sort of hoping I had one with like the little stopwatch. Maybe I have to find a stopwatch. I don't know. I hope I'm not going to regret using this now. Although, I have these little things. They were Tim Holtz and they came in one of the fundraising packages. I think it was from Simon Says Stamp. Little pocket watches. I just don't know that this is going to fit on here anywhere because it's going to be so bulky. I mean, it's perfect. I guess not. Guess it doesn't fit in there. I was sort of hoping that would fit in there and we could have done this and made a little stopwatch since we're in the rabbit. Oh, now we're getting in the kitty cat section. But I guess that's not going to work. Alright, we're just going to hold that though. I don't know how I might be able to use that in this journal, but I'm not sure that I would have. I don't really know how else I will use that. Those little pocket watches. I just thought it would be nice to have in this. Got a little bit of red in there. Okay, well, that's a good quick start for this morning. Anywho, we got this page, and maybe we'll make like an altered paper clip and clip something in. I don't know. And we have our little hair ready on a pocket here to add tags when we get that far, and added a journal page, a writing page onto this one, and we're going to make a pocket, I believe, on this because again you can't write on it, so I'm going to have to do something a little bit creative on here, but I am going to have to stop for now and pick this back up again, hopefully this afternoon. when I get back, we'll have a little bit of time to play some more. So thanks for coming on here really quick and getting started on this today, and we will try to work on this a little bit more as the afternoon progresses. Thanks everyone, see you later.